I'm not suggesting that Adam Silver turn a blind eye, but you have to be, in other words, you have to understand the consequence. When prohibition was the law, there were speakeasies. Like that, people wanted to drink. That's going to find its way.
And then people got to pay the price when they got caught.
Again, I'm not suggesting that Adam Silver simply ignore rules violations. But as I said, he must be aware, he's a smart guy, that this is what's going to happen. Some teams will build new facilities to entice. Some people give you some private planes. Some people will get better coaches.
But you also got to take into account this too, Max. You got to be especially careful about saying something like that in the LA market. The buses have money because of the Lakers.
No doubt.
Ballmer has money because of Ballmer. I mean, Ballmer can buy practically every damn team in the NBA.
He was the 8th guy in the garage when someone came up with a good idea.
I mean, my God, the man is worth tens of billions of dollars. I mean, whether it's 30, 40, or 60 billion, he's worth somewhere around there, man. And so, again, the Lakers can't compete with that on a fair, equitable playing scale. They can't do that.
What do you notice? As a result of what you're talking about, the Clippers have come up in the world. All of a sudden.
No. That's due in large part to the incompetence of Jim Buss, more so than anything else. That wasn't because of a financial advantage the Clippers had over the Lakers.
That would be fair during the Blake Griffin era. That era is over. They tore it down. What's the first thing Ballmer did? Perfect. What's the first thing he did? He paid through the teeth to get Doc Rivers. This proves my point. He went.
Ballmer inherited Doc Rivers and re-signed him up for about $10 million a year.
For $10 million a year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is coaches at that particular moment in time, Max was getting like 7 or 8.
But
he's saying he had the extra cash to get the job done, and he had an advantage.
Yeah, but it's just a couple of million dollars.
Well, okay, but that's the difference between keeping Doc Rivers and not keeping Doc Rivers. So the Clippers have a coaching advantage. The Clippers also have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and part of that is because they're now an attractive destination. People aren't shooting down deals to the Clippers. So what you're talking about Ballmer's pockets giving the Clippers an advantage over the Busses, they do. It does. It does give them an advantage.
But what I'm saying is those advantages, as long as it's legit and legal, are fine. What you can't have is a situation where guys are able to circumvent clear rules and regulations where, you're not allowed to do this, but you're trying to do it anyway.
Here's the problem.
You do that, it's going to be problematic.
Here's the problem.
And the league's going to be the hammer down on you.
Here's the problem.
And I'm not saying that the Clippers did any of this. I'm telling you that this is what the Lakers have basically allowed to be leaked out of what they believe is transpired. They talk about what happened with them.
The consequence of making rules that are basically unfair, like capping what the players can make, like prohibition, is that you get what's called a black market. You get an underground economy. And that's what's happening now. And to your point,
what's the black market here?
Private plane use, little side deals. Here's the consequence. This is what you said earlier. Prove it.
Okay.
How are you going to prove it? So Adam Silver can look at it, but the investigation turned up. Let me ask you your personal opinion. You think that Uncle Dennis was looking for side deals? I think
of course.
Yeah, sure. If he knows what he's doing, right?
Of course he does.
Did the investigation turn up anything?
No, it didn't turn up anything, but is Kawhi Leonard getting those things?
You can't really stop it.
Is Kawhi Leonard getting those things?
I don't know.
You can monitor whether or not he's getting those things.
Well, you can monitor whether he gets a piece of the team, but you can't monitor handshake agreements. Right. Like, you can't.
Yeah, but this was just a conversation. Obviously, it never came to fruition. He didn't even go to the Lakers.
Right, but we don't know what he's getting at the Clippers. Like, you assume everything. The assumption that the
I think he got Paul George, and he was happy with that. Paul George,
by the way,
and he got Dr.
above board.
By the way,
he was never going back to Toronto. He was never going back to Toronto. He was just giving them lip service. He wanted to be in Southern California. It was going to be the Lakers or the Clippers, and that's why the Clippers traded 5 first-round picks and all of that to get Paul George, because they knew he was going to the Lakers if they had not done that.
One thing real quick. When Uncle Dennis's name came up originally, I said this is show business, not show family, for a reason. I was wrong. Uncle Dennis appears to know what he's doing. Look at the position Kawhi Leonard's in.
Of course.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.